Okay. No more interruptions? Nah, I think we should stop the video again. No! That. Did that work? It's going to a cutscene. Yes, it worked. Oh, goody goody! Now, what does it do? It makes the thing all white and explodes it. Why did it explode? Magic. Am I going to play Tetris now? Sure. Yay, I like Tetris. Do 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 do. Hey, the Tetris game is solving itself. Or maybe it's not Tetris at all. But you said it would be Yerb. Oh, that's a giant metal gear. Ah, weird. You've already seen what this looks like. I did? It's a second gate of time. It's gonna look like the first one did. Oh. Do you pay any attention to what goes on? No, I just ask you where I go and stuff. Hopefully Garahim doesn't find out that we made this.
Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Standing before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. You might be wondering how I know this, but I have a big hat.
Okay.
Go bravely, Link. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate.
A skate that is constantly spinning very slowly. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Link. Zelda kinda hates me anyway, so that stupid monster doesn't know when to quit, and Granny here keeps yapping on and on about how we never know when it might burst free again. Even though I don't have the ability to actually seal it away again, I think I'll just stay right here. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Zelda hates me anyway. Nah, forget about it. Did I just experience character growth? Probably. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, "What's up?" I think I experienced character growth. Or witnessed. Something like that. Do 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 do. Go into the stupid gear thing. How do I go into the gear thing? Maybe if I touch it. Nothing bad has ever happened from touching something. Oh, hello, there's a hole. Weird. What am I even walking on? Oh, well, whatever. La 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 la. Hello. Ha! At last, I've been expecting you, Link. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Seal Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. Oh, the thing that was closed and kind of cracked and stuff before? It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you, even though you were barely able to defend her from anything because you weren't in the same area for most of it. Okay, back into the big... Not that door! Oh. Hey, can I go explore? No, I can't. Why can't I explore things in the past? Because they didn't feel like coding all that. Hey, where's the big orange rock thing?
You've come... You've come so far, Link. I'm glad you made it.
I think you forgot what her voice was. Yes, I forgot which voice I used for her.
I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. We've traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed.
Demise? That is the worst name ever.
All the fairy tales about that war were heard growing up in Skyloft.
Seriously, he may as well be called Deadly Thing, or Bad Guy, or...
Incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain.
Nice touch throwing Zelda's lullaby into this, even though it shouldn't really exist yet.
The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce.
Yes, and I seem to have already obtained that, which was kind of weird.
In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by, force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became the new home of our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and sent them both into motion.
Oh, have I been sitting there with my mouth open the whole time? You know, flies could fly in there if you keep it open long enough. I don't think there are any flies here.
First, she created Phi. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods,
Goddesses.
sure, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Link?
You are Zelda?
No, you idiot. You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda. I am the goddess reborn as a mortal.
Oh, no, I did not understand that.
That's because you're stupid. Shut up, Cleetus. The day of the ceremony, Garahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do.
Why does Impa have a tear mark tattooed on her?
I don't know. I set out to pray as the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa,
There's only 2 of them.
an agent of the goddess, led me here, to the past.
Yes, I was aware of that part. I was there.
All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of Demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination.
Oh, that thing I've been fighting has Demise. What a horrible name. I could come up with a better name by randomly banging my head into a keyboard.
Please don't do that.
Oh.
But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires.
I don't think he has any thought processes going on as that abomination.
We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost.
Okay, I will throw you at the seal and see if that works.
No, that is a stupid plan.
You said at any cost.
That won't work.
Oh.
That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the steel as best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our time.
He came back twice already. Maybe I shouldn't tell you that.
I must maintain the seal that I created so long ago and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose.
But I came all this way to stop you from,
Link, the goddess created Phi and the great blade she's a part of for very specific reasons.
Raisins?
No, reasons! For the task of standing against Demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Link.
How do you know that?
During your long journey, you've grown so much.
I'm still the same height.
I'm not talking about height.
Oh.
You've learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gain power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword.
I'm pretty sure I did not temper myself. That would hurt, because it involves fire.
I think you fell into lava a couple times.
Oh, so I did.
And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you've found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power of the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce.
I already have the Triforce. It's imprinted on my hand. Hands. Apparently I take this night stuff seriously.
Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land.
Say, Triforce.
The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce,
Which means I have it already, yes?
Stand now, Link. Draw your sword.
So I can stab you? Why would I draw my sword? Ah! My sword got possessed by light!
Is that a bad thing?
Maybe. The goddess has led my sword and blast. Yes, and I have stuff. Sword is now deadly.
Link, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark on the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you cannot obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all.
Oh, that wasn't the real thing? Phooey.
That would have been way too easy. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own.
They were sadistic and evil and...
No, you idiot. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Link. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield the supreme power. And so
I just stabbed a lot of things. What are you talking about?
I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself head first into any danger without even a moment's doubt.
Is that the goddess talking, or is that Zelda? I'm confused now. She's referring to herself in the third person.
I used you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all of this, Link.
It's not like you knew what you were going to be doing to me, or fall in love with me, or we would have, I don't know, stuff.
But you have to understand this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor.
So I do everything, pretty much.
I'm going to stay here and become a rock.
What?
Nothing. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years.
Wait a minute! I just put two and two together! You're the orange rock!
Link, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this.
I was going to stab stuff anyway!
But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny.
But you did know when you threw the harp to me. You! Evil! You are Ganondorf!
No, you idiot, he's not in this game.
Oh,
Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. Now I use my holy light to become the most expensive rupee in the world! While it's true that I am Hylia reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. Stop pounding on the rock, you might crack it. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come to wake me up?
why are you a rock? I have really big eyes. And my hat is in the middle of my shirt. Well, I guess one of my questions did get answered. Why is there a giant rock, orange rock thing past the doors? Okay, so new mission. Kill Demise. Somehow. Now, how do I go about doing that?
Well, I think this has been a long enough part.
Oh. Alright. Recording's